The tragic deaths of two Israeli ambassadors in Washington, D.C. has put yet another spotlight on how Americans can bridge the divide that comes with the Israel-Hamas war. We spoke to Jewish community leaders today who discussed the impact that protests and social media rhetoric could have had on the suspected shooter, while Arab American organizations are also calling for more action. The Anti-Defamation League and other local Jewish organizations gathered today with elected officials to figure out how to move forward. Elias Rodriguez of Chicago is accused of shooting and killing two Israeli ambassadors right outside a Jewish museum in D.C. on Wednesday night. Community leaders say that attack represents the fear that many Jewish Americans are living with right now.
My 3 young children will never walk into a synagogue where the door is not opened by an armed guard.
David Goldenberg of the ADL says the battle here in the U.S. begins with the inflammatory rhetoric seen on social media and within community protests.
The chants that you hear in the streets, the sort of excuses under the guise of social and political activism, are really what it's doing. I think Alderman Vega said, you leaving a can of gasoline and handing them the matches, because that's what you're seeing on social media.
What we're seeing is a weaponization of quote-unquote anti-Semitism to shut down freedom of speech and freedom of expression.
CARE's executive director Ahmed Rehab says many of the local protests have been organized by Jewish students and people of other backgrounds. He believes it's important to keep doing so as a united front.
We all stand on the same side of clearly and unequivocally condemning these atrocious acts that happened in D.C. We do not stand on the same side when it comes to condemning violence that is targeting innocent human beings, including thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of families in Gaza.
Leaders from both communities say they're open to more conversation that could lead to peace in Chicago and all across the U.S.
The only solution is for us to coalesce, for us to build understanding, overcome our differences.
Cardinal Blaise Cupich is also responding to the violence in Washington, D.C. today, issuing a statement calling on all faithful to pray for all of the victims.